volunteer, and after that, the Christian volunteer. From the students, please. From the students. The Muslim volunteer. Thank you very much. The Christian volunteer, please.
In Jesus' name, our Lord Jesus Christ, step for sleep. One step for the gathering, one step for the people you brought here as advisors. One step for each and one of us to witness this day. Glory, honor, and adoration be given to you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Lord, to commit this day into your hands, want to commit this program into your hands. Lord, guide and protect each and one of us, no evil shall befall in one of us, in Jesus' name. Lord, whatever we learn from it, help us so we will learn it wholeheartedly in Jesus' name. Lord, help us to attain peace in this country. In Jesus' life, we pray.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for the two of them, please. The next agenda here is introduction of our guests and members of the Muslim Peace Network. And I would like to start with the chairman, Board of Trustees, the President of Al-Hajj Muhammad Farouk. Please, a round of applause for him. And the next person here is the President of Rotary Club Kaduna, Al-Hajj Abdul Malik Abdul Aziz. And the next person is the Auditor General of AIT, the President of Al-Hajj Abdul Azim Usman. Then the program officer of this great organization, the President of Al-Hajj Abdul Mujib Abdul Raouf. Now the next person is the Executive Director of this organization, Muslim Peace Network, the President of Imam Hussein Makajuala. Now, we are going to have two speakers, the Muslim preacher and the Christian preacher. And the first person here is Imam Misbahuddin Muhammad Raji. And the second speaker is Pastor Benga Olowe. Now, we also have in our midst the representative of the UNICEF, the person of Mr. Francis, is yet to come. He's on his way. We hope he meets us here safe. Now we're also expecting a women leader, the person of Hajia Nerimatullah Adeniru. Oh, she's around. She's around. She's here. Then also we have our accountant officer, the person of Hajia Latifat Salahuddin. As I said earlier, we will all stick to our time. We will not waste more time on any program. We are done with that. Then we'll move on to the next program, which is opening remark, Muslim Peace Network history and peace remark. This will be by the chairman of the Board of Trustees, the President of Al-Hajj Muhammad Farouk. Please, a round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. Our special guest, the smart school administrators, the school heads, teachers, parents that are here present, our beloved members, our brilliant students, ladies and gentlemen. I humbly welcome you all to this noble occasion. I am, of course, honored and thrilled to stand before you this morning at this symposium on peace education. My heart is filled with joy. Having seen these beautiful faces, who will be our leaders, our scholars, our religious and faith leaders, of course, our political leaders, our scientists, our doctors, our innovators, and our engineers of tomorrow. The support from your dedication, passion, and support as parents and stakeholders are the driving force and fundamental reason why we can continue to fight for the realization of our mission. What's our mission? Our mission has a mission that tries to develop alternative methods of preventing and resolving interethnic, interreligious conflicts in our community. At Muslim Peace Network, we strongly believe in peace education and propagation as a tool in preventing conflicts and resolving our common differences in achieving sustainable peace. Yes, of course, we do need that. Muslim Peace Network is a non-governmental organization, an NGO, registered in Nigeria with the Corporate Affairs Commission. It was formed with the objective of advocating and carrying out peace education from grassroots ethnic divides to social and allied classes for peaceful coexistence and resolving ethno-religious conflicts in Nigeria. We've been around, we've been in existence since 2016 with the vision of becoming the leading organization calling for peace, peaceful coexistence among humanities, nations, and to render humanitarian services to the needy. Peace education in public and private schools advocacy and raising awareness for peaceful coexistence. We have been working in collaborating and partnering with organizations to sustain a peaceful society, some of which are, on principle, we'll be working with the Kaduna State Peace Commission, the Rotary Club of Kaduna District 9125, the Women Interfaith Council, IWC, WIC, Interfaith Mediation Center, IMC, United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, UNICEF. We must remain committed to organizing peace education programs that will bridge the gap and engage new generation in interethnic, interreligious dialogue, and understanding the way and importance of resolution of ethno-religious conflicts. I feel honored and also of immense joyful and great to work with the great organization which I mentioned earlier on. In the light of the prevailing circumstances, where society is bedeviled with rising level of insecurity and banditry, especially in our country, especially in other parts, it is pertinent that we engage you our young students to yoke off the deliberating effects of illiteracy and lack of basic knowledge of peaceful coexistence. Very, very important. I am on behalf of our nation, therefore, call for a proactive deliberation and action in the way of what we are doing today. I pray that we all remain committed to sustaining widely organized campaign and advocacy for peace at all strata of our society, most especially as we are now approaching another election season. I caution you, our children. Our children must be cautioned against being used as a tool of destruction, especially during this electionary season. We have remained committed to sustaining educational programs that create awareness, educate our children and about the causes and preventive measures of inter-ethnic and inter-religious conflicts in the community. And they need to be tolerant. We must be tolerant. To coexist, we must coexist among ourselves and promote harmonious living. Tolerant, coexist among ourselves and create harmonious living. Mutual understanding. Of course, we must understand each other. Resolve interpersonal conflicts and violence. These have become a mantra for peace, for you, for me, and for all of us. With this premise in mind, therefore, the NPN system has focused in the last few years on strengthening coherence, leadership accountability, and capacities in support of national peace-building priorities, and continue to strive to enhance partnerships that maximize comparative advantages. Despite this progress, however, ensuring adequate and predictable resources for peace-building initiative remains a critical challenge. One of our weaknesses, though, we all know financing for peace-building activities in the NPN system remains naturally insufficient, unsustainable, and heavily dependent on member of board of trustees and individual member contributions to provide voluntary and extra-budgetary support. These, of course, are inadequate to meet our objectives. On this note, we humbly solicit for your moral support in achieving these laudable projects. I wish us a very rewarding time and great dedication. May the Almighty Allah grant us peace, ease our affairs, and make our communities and nation safer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a very nice presentation for our able chairman. Thank you very much. While the chairman is giving his remark, we have in our midst the representative of Interfaith Mediation Center, IMC, the person of Pastor John Ako. Please, a round of applause. Now, the next on our agenda here, we'll move on to the UNICEF Peace Remark. UNICEF Peace Remark. Okay, Rotary Peace Remark, sorry please. Rotary Peace Remark, and which will be delivered by the Rotary President, the person of Alhaji Abdul Malik Abdulaziz. Thank you, sir.
My chairman, members of the category, our students, good morning. I have been mandated to speak to us this morning on the role of youth in peace building. The role of youth in peace building. And who are we talking about? Youth. You. This age bracket between your ages and 18 years. for those who live around this estate, for the last 10 years, you agree with me that when this estate, started developing, and when this school, started, you will know the situation we were in this estate. I want to, bracket my talk within the school and within this estate and our immediate environment. So I wouldn't want to go further to Banawa, Sabo, or Cow, because I want you people to understand what we are talking about. Now, for those who have been with us in this estate, I think the program organizer, I don't know, probably he knew I live in this estate. I have been here in this estate, for quite some time now, and I know how we started. So coincidentally, he said I should speak on the role of youth in peace building. So I want to encircle my talk within this estate, peace building with this estate, and how we shall build, the peaceful coexistence together with youth. Because if there is no law and order, there will be no peace. If there is no peace, there will be no security. Do you agree with me? Yes. And if there is no security, I'm sure you will not be here, and your parents will not keep you here. But alhamdulillah, we are here today, because we still have relative peace. I use the word relative peace. It's not that we have, absolute peace. Relative peace in Kaduna State, within Kurumashi, and this estate. And that is why we are here this morning. And to further, build on this topic, we say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And if you are the leaders of tomorrow, then it behoves on you to think of how we can coexist with our friends, our brothers, even peoples of different faiths, whether Muslim, Christian, or none of those faiths, how we can live with them peacefully in the same environment, in the same school, in the same hostel. Thank God this is a boarding school where we have Muslim, Christian, and other faiths. I'm sure you will know that there are other faiths. It's not just Muslim and Christian. So when you think about yourself, you think about others. So to do so, Muslim Peace Network has taken it upon itself around Kaduna and beyond to inculcate on us, especially you, our leaders of tomorrow, how we can build peace so that we can live together harmoniously. As it is often said, youth are leaders of tomorrow. And in realization of this slogan, the mosques, churches, schools, and every relevant organization have made it compulsory that the said youth are guided and properly trained in all aspects of life endeavor, including peaceful coexistence and peace building in our society. I hope you are listening to me, because this seminar or this talk is directed, mainly towards you, our youth. We, who are above 40, 30, 60 now, we have had a lot of it, but you have not seen what we have, been experiencing, particularly in Kaduna, starting from, year 2000. Because I'm sure in year 2000, most of you were not even born. But that is why we now want to tell you the relevance of peace and how we can build peace so that we can enjoy this campus, we can enjoy this school, together with your teacher and the proprietor. You will agree with me that this lecture couldn't have come at a better time than now in the lives of Nigeria and Kaduna State in particular. Needless to mention that without peace, nothing positive and good comes our way. Now, my fellow students, if there is fight in Kobe-Mashi, will you be able to come here? If there is fight in Mando or Kao, for those of us who are day students, will you be able to come here? And will your parents allow you to come? Thank you. No. So if you say no, then from today, make friends, make peace with your neighbor. From today, make friends, make peace with your bedmate, the next bed to you in the hostel. From today, make peace and friends with your next, somebody who sits, by your right hand side and your left hand side in your classroom, whether you are in GS1, GS2, or GS3, or you are in primary 1 or primary 6. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you. Therefore, if you agree with me on the above statement, I will say that the process of peace building in our schools and community is now and is start with you. The process to make ourselves coexist together peacefully should be now and it starts with you. Because if you do it, by the time you get to our age, if you get to the chairman's age, I'm sure in Kaduna, you will live here and go and sleep with your friend in Kao. You will live here and go and sleep with your friend, do weekend with your friend in Sabo. We know very well, you know now that if you tell your parents during your holidays that, oh, I have a friend, a classmate who is at Bonigora, your parents will not allow you to go there. They will give you one reason or the other. And why do you think they will be giving you one reason or the other? It's not because they don't like that your friend, but it is because of your safety. They are not confident of the state of peace in Bonigora. They will not be confident of the state of peace in Zaria. So they will not allow you to go to Zaria. And as such, your movement is, cut short and it is hindered. When we were in school, in secondary school, during holidays, we could be allowed to travel from Kaduna here to Saminaka, Kaduna here to Jos, Kaduna to Abuja to visit relations and do holiday with them. But today, who does that? Nobody. I will not allow my own child to just leave my house during the holidays to go and spend time with his friend in Sabo. Sabo is just Kaduna here. Why? Because there is no peace. Are you following? Because there is no peace, in our land. And this is what we are trying to inculcate. We are trying to change. Thank you. We are trying to change this belief. So if you read the Holy Books, both scriptures says, love your neighbor as thyself. And he who does not want for his neighbor what he wants for himself is not a true believer. For the guy who prayed for us, Muslim way, will understand what I'm talking about. The boy who prayed for us, the Christian way, will understand what I'm talking about. Both in the Holy Quran and the Bible talk about peace, peace, and peace. And that is why it is contained in both scriptures that if you do not like or love for your neighbor what you want for yourself, then you are not part of us. So from today, children, are you going to, follow what I'm saying to like whether your friend, whether it's is a Muslim or Christian? Good. So coming back home to the academy, this school, I want to charge you all to always think of peace. Make peace among your classmates and your hostel mates by obeying the rules and regulations of the school at all times. Endeavor to report any strange or bad behaviors to your teachers and the appropriate authority. Do not get yourself involved with court and courtesan or lust for money. You know what is happening these days, but I know it is not in this school. Court and courtesan. I know I want to trust the principal and the management of this school that it does not exist in this school. But you people have to prove us right that it does not exist, because we do not live here with you. The teachers, are not living in the hostels with you, except for few of them who manage the hostel and so on and so forth. So when you are on holidays, do not associate yourselves with strange and suspicious character. 419 and Yahoo boys. We know what our young boys and girls can do these days. So when you see any of them moving, what they do, Chairman, where's your laptop? So what you see them doing, all of you, I know you people are better than we are here on ICT. What I cannot do with my own laptop or this thing, my children at home, will do better. They'll bring out information, whether in US, UK, Nigeria, or anywhere in the world. But I, at my age, will not be able to bring out such information. So if you are using your parents' laptop or iPad, please bring out things that will aid your education. Things that will make you pass your WAEC, whether junior WAEC or senior WAEC. Are you with me, children? Yes. Good. So finally, because moderator is already warning me, and I know I'm supposed to be somewhere by 9 o'clock. So finally, I will say and advise that it is my advice that anywhere you are, talk peace. Anywhere you find yourself, make peace with the people in that environment and with your friends and classmates. By so doing, this school, whether in the classroom, whether in the hostel, whether in the school environment, the sporting field, we will live to enjoy society together. Thank you very much.
Speech, your advice, may Almighty Allah reward you for it. As he said earlier, he said we should use our gadgets wisely. And part of it is, I believe we all have smartphones, laptops, and probably tablets. These are our sites. For those of us who want to know, okay, what are we doing there? What is our program, our activities? These, as you can see there on the banner, our site, the Muslim Peace Network. We have that of Anti-Muslim Peace Net, the Facebook Anti-Muslim Peace Net 1, then the other one Anti-Muslim Peace Net 1. The same thing goes to the email there, www. So you can write it down if you want to know our activities, what we are doing there, you can log into that site. So I believe that's part of the right way of using our gadgets wisely these days, not the other way around. We thank you very much and we really appreciate your advice. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Now the next one, as I said, we'll move on immediately after the next program. We'll go to the next program and we use our time wisely. The next one now is the first paper presentation by the Muslim preacher, our Sheikh Al-Imam Misbahuddin Muhammad Raji. Round of applause.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه وتعالى الحمد لله الذي قال في كتابه رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي آمين. Give thanks to Almighty Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Allah who owns yesterday, He owns today, and He owns tomorrow, that will never know how it's going to look like. Is the omnipotent, the omniscient, the giver of life and the taker of life. Our being seated here this morning is neither by our grace, neither by our power, but by the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hence we give thanks to Him. I would have loved to stand by the existing protocol, but my father, who is the chairman board of trustees, I would like to say a very big good morning to him, sir. And other members, the chairman of the Rotary, good morning, sir. I would like to use these great personalities to greet every member of the high table, our teachers here seated, likewise our great student of Rector. I say to everyone, good morning. Without too much ado, the last speaker have done great towards what we are supposed to talk about. He has spoken to us lengthy. He has given us a lot of salient points that we need when it comes to the issue of peace building. But to mine also, as a speaker, I'm also treating the same thing, the role of youths in peace building as given to me by the organizers. But to my own case, my presentation we had a little ado to same topic, as mine will be discussing the role of youths in peace building from Islamic perspective. I would like you to pardon me if you hear me speaking Arabic language. If you hear me talking about verses of the Quran, don't be scared, I will translate it to you. So I'm talking from Islamic perspective on role of youths in peace building. To Allah, the Exalted, belong all gratitude and glorifications in the beginning and to the end, for His manifest and hidden grace before and after time. May His special benediction continue to be on His most distinguished servant, our model and exemplar, leader of all children of Adam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is my honor and privilege to greet this esteemed assembly of distinguished national and international personality, other invited guests, and our amiable youth students as participants. Introduction. Suffice to say that Nigeria is a heterogeneous society. It is heterogeneous in terms of culture, traditions, which is diverse in nature. Also, it is heterogeneous in terms of religious beliefs and practices, which also differ from culture to culture and from people to people. In this regard, there are two principal religions in Nigeria: Islam and Christianity. The last speaker I mentioned, we have thousands of religions in this country. But the prominent, famous one that is known to me and you is Islam and Christianity. We have thousands, as I mentioned, of religions. And each of them wields considerable influence on their different adherents. In addition, each of these religions has its own unique approach to duty, responsibility, equity, rights, and legitimate authority. That is my introduction. Now, concept of peace. What do we need to know concerning peace? As our team is students, our team in youths, our team in young boys, they are coming up, they need to know what peace is all about. The concept of the term peace, from Islamic perspective, peace is indeed the most indispensable principle which Islamically planted its roots in the mind of Muslims. It therefore became part of their nature and a belief among their beliefs. Islam certainly loves life, sanctifies it, and makes its adherents appreciate it. It is for this purpose that it liberates them from fear and draws for them the ideal ways which the human community can live towards achieving development, while they are covered under the shade of peace and security. The word Islam, which is the title of the religion of Islam, is derived from the word as-salam. The word Islam is derived from the word as-salam. And as-salam means peace. If I should stretch my hand now to my friend beside me here, I say assalamu alaikum, what I'm saying is peace of Allah be unto you. So the word Islam is derived from the word as-salam, which stands for peace. The words as-salam, peace, and al-Islam, which is total submission to the will of Allah, meet in fulfilling the achievement of confidence, of peace and security. That is the perspective of Islam. Theoretically, peace is generally defined as the absence of war, fear, conflict, anxiety, suffering and violence, and about peaceful coexistence. It is primarily concerned